God, this was so edgy 90s cool back in the day, but now I think
Yeah.
it looks pretty stupid.
All the claws and everything it has.
Hey everybody, welcome back to the Stoneface Reactions. I'm Theta, this is Lessons, and we are back with another episode of Mobile Suit Gundam Wing. We just got shown how pacifism isn't the best way to handle things in a war-torn world, where
Yeah.
essentially you have the rest of the world and then the focus points of the battles. You know, it lacks the complexity of the actual world when it comes to how many fights are happening across the planet at any given time. Literally, we can send a massive force anywhere because we don't have to worry about anywhere else. Also, you know...
And we can control space.
Well, I was going to say the fact that if Relina is doing her job well, then a number of countries are signing on to the whole pacifism thing, in which case you can redeploy your forces, because if they are honest about their pacifism thing, and why wouldn't they be, they're NPCs, that you don't have to worry about them backstabbing you or anything. They're giving up their militaries. This is how your pacifism hurts other people.
Yeah.
Really, the Romefeller Foundation is weaponizing your incompetence. It's another mark in the pacifism is bad category.
Like anything else, it does.
It falls into the category, if the enemy doesn't care about you, then they don't care about your well-being or safety.
Well then, now that we cleared the evils of pacifism out of the table, I think we should get into the episode.
Well, the evils of pacifism, but also the stupidity of pacifism. Well, it is stupid. I don't know how anybody in the real world... I guess you have to be a bit of a never say the word right, because there's masochism and there's the word I'm trying to say. Help me out here.
Know the word you're trying to say?
I think you would figure it out by the fact of the other word I said.
Masochism and well, what's the other one? The one that wants to inflict pain.
Well, apparently I'm getting the backwards, because I thought the one I couldn't think of was the one where you like receiving pain.
That's masochist.
Okay, well, I apparently have the backwards in my head. Unless you're a masochist, then pacifism isn't really the way to go. You know, unless you like hunger strikes and getting beaten by the police, or all these other things you're probably going to have to endure trying to fight your way to not freedom, but whatever rights or privileges you're trying to achieve that you couldn't achieve by force.
There's a certain power to passive resistance and all that.
Again, only if the enemy cares about your well-being. If they don't, you're gonna wind up in a camp. Yeah. Assuming that they even care that much. Otherwise, you're gonna wind up in a ditch in the woods. And again, that's only if the government that doesn't care about you also doesn't care about lying. You might just wind up dead in the streets. In which case, pacifism is the stupidest idea. That's not for this world or your real life situation. As I indicated, there's no real element to this. They're not being realistic. Again, what I talked about in my notes previously, that Relina is going to rush out there to stop them, and Pagan is like, they will kill you, and then they're going to use the chaos to cover up their war crimes. Not their war crimes, they just say crimes, but they're just going to kill you. And she's like, I'm going to do it anyway. That's what I'm saying. There's the ideal that you tend to argue about what's ethically right, what's morally right, what's lawfully right. And then there's the real life situation that doesn't matter if you can't prove it, or if you're not alive to push your point of view, in which case, what'd you do? You just killed yourself. What good was those 20 years of your life on this planet if you just rushed out stupidly in a moment and got yourself killed? Is your message going to mean anything when you lived your message and you were killed by it?
It's a martyr, yeah, it can work.
Yeah, no, not if your martyr is towards the thing that got you killed. Congratulations, you've made yourself a martyr for the pacifist movement. Now more people are going to rush out and get themselves killed in stupid ways. Or, ironically, you're the counter-martyr to your own movement. People are going to rise up to fight in your memory. Your memory of pacifism.
Oh, yeah, it could be a situation where we tried pacifism. Well, didn't work. Okay, hand me a rifle.
Well, again, this is where I bring up other Gundam shows offhand, because you have, can't remember her name. Anyway, in Iron Blooded Orphans, the the Relina type figure, who's not about pacifism, by the way, is the Angel of Revolution.
Ah,
That's what I'm saying. She's a similar figure to like Relina, but not about stupidly pacifism, about standing up for your rights and whatnot. Because again, force is the solution to most problems. I have been passing around that meme about was it like nonviolence or whatever, and then opening up a history book to see how every other problem in history has been solved. And it's like, no, oh no, oh no.
I mean, also violence creates a lot of the problems too. So
Yeah, but again, it solves as many problems as it causes.
Anyway, now that we've gone down that philosophical rabbit hole,
I mean, we haven't gotten out of it though. We never have.
Yeah,
Not since moment one of the first show that brought it up to us and we started talking about it. This is a rabbit hole that me and Griffin went down, and I like pulled you into the rabbit hole. I think that specifically started with not Sabaki Bisco, which was a world post-Rust disaster, but Tokyo 24th Ward, which turned into an authoritarian government versus citizens' rights, because it's the police of the 24th Ward cracking down on, like a future crimes division, cracking down on people, but then people also just like going out of their way to assault the cops. So it's just like, which side of that are you on? Are you on the cops enforcing the law, or are you on with the citizens attacking people who haven't done anything either? I mean, that was like an hour-long post-episode conversation. Many times, like every episode. It's a pretty good show. Nobody talks about it.
Haven't seen it. I had to watch.
Yeah, well, I wouldn't spoil anything about it because it's not a show about spoilers. It's just there's so much there that I think I'd be like here for half an hour describing the specific elements that make the show worth watching. Anyway, I think that's enough pre-episode. I was going to say post-episode, like we already finished watching the episode. I think it's enough pre-episode talk, so let's go ahead and hop on in and see what we get.
But before we get started,
make sure that you hit the like button,
hit that subscribe button,
comment down below to feed that algorithm.
On top of all that, if you want to watch more shows like this,
unfiltered,
uncensored,
and uncut,
as well as some early access stuff,
you can check it out over on the Patreon.
It's just $5 a month, but hey, no pressure.
There's zero pressure in order to do that. It's just a little bit of extra support, and it would be greatly appreciated.
Speaking of pre-episode talk, sorry, the joke in me was like, let me continue talking about how horrible Barefoot Gen is as a living person with real feelings. Yeah. Oh, I mean, it's horrible. I mean, they have Barefoot Gen 2. Now let me describe to you what Barefoot Gen 2... I'm joking. There is a Barefoot Gen 2, though, because again, it's the guy is a real guy with real life experiences, and the things are based on his real world experiences. So you take that into account when you're watching horrible shit happen. That this shit really happened.
But going full circle on pacifism, it reminds me of the Civilization bug about Gandhi.
Because of nuclear war hunger. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, I'm going to go peace. By the way, I'm going to launch nuclear weapons on you. Right?
I mean, I think I brought this up in Gundam Seed before, but it is a solution. Some would call it I'm not going to make that joke.
Yeah,
we all know where I was going now. Look, I'm just saying that as I talked about in Seed before, there is no real world solution to how do we stop this, because a writer isn't going to figure it out when so many philosophers and world leaders throughout history haven't been able to. But as much as detestable and morally and ethically abhorrent it is, that is a solution. It's not one that you should do, obviously. I just realized the thing above Duke, what's his name? Dormail?
Yeah.
I guess it's supposed to be Latin. Upturn is what it said.
Yeah, up yours.
Well, UPTU. I guess maybe it's just N. Upturn. But it's reached to me as upturn, and their whole thing is about overthrowing the world, so it seemed a bit ironic.
Well, actually, their thing is about restoring the old...
right, but to do so, they had to overthrow the United Earth Alliance. They had to upturn the world government. Why? So how'd you hack our communications?
I mean, they captured it so many times, they probably know everything about it.
You say, as though we've gotten multiple episodes of them doing research on it and everything. Technically, the only person who knows anything about it is Zex, who basically rebuilt it twice. And had to hide that information from Romefeller. Because he also had to pretend to destroy it once. Told you. Told you they're fanatics. They don't believe in good. Yeah. They believe in trays. Which means that the good guy thing that I talked about before...
It's bullshit, yeah.
Well, no, it's not bullshit. It's exactly what it is. They're the good guy Nazis. We don't forget what they did in the past and the horrible atrocities that they, you know, put across the world. Also, how's he alive? Not even alive. How's he out of his mobile suit? He's a half Terminator.
Oh, this guy?
Yeah, he charged in, blew up his mobile suit against the other mobile suit, and somehow landed outside of it without any blood. Assumingly, he's dying of concussive force and not, like, shrapnel. What's wrong with your eye?
モビルドール部隊も半数を失い、現在は乱戦の様相を呈しています。このままでは、とりあえずクシリナーダが幽閉先より奪われるのも時間の問題かと。
Do we not have nukes?
Also, that's why it's important in Lessenburg base, because that's where Trace has been.
Yeah, the Epyon. As we saw in the next time. I'm just saying that if one guy is the only threat to your entire force, nuke him. I know it's literally the nuclear option, but legitimately, you can't kill him by any other means. That just means, like, these guys are extremists, but they never go to actual extremes. You know, apparently the cockpits aren't pressurized as per Trant, right? Hit him with a biological weapon. We gotta have Ebola somewhere. You know, Ebola is the nuclear option of biowarfare. I'm sure there's worse things, but Ebola is the thing that everyone knows. Hell, you know what? Hit him with a neutron bomb. Just kill him right out of the Gundam. Why don't we have neutron beam weapons? Just, like, fucking kill him. We'll take that Gundam, thank you.
So, they have the biometrics.
Oh, sorry, you're talking about the computer system. We'll say it's the Red Queen. You're gonna die down here.
Yeah. The thing is that, oh, hey, by the way, they have my biometrics and allow me to come
What
in.
I talked about before with Duo. We know where Duo lives. We have it on a record. Also, why is he just allowed to wander down here?
He got invited, I guess.
No, not to Hero Trays. You were implying that this is where he's being kept.
Well, that's what
why is he, like, allowed to wander the prison?
Oh, I guess he's noble, I guess, so he gets a cushy prison.
This is like the guy from Bleach who's stuck sitting in a chair for, like, every season after he fails. How the fuck do you even know who I am? It's Wu Fei that you fought. See, again, it's the logic of the show. He should have programmed the computer for Wu Fei, the only one he knows. But since Hero is the main character of the show, he programmed it for Hero. So you're your own enemy? You tried to kill you twice. You know, the heart bomb and the self-destruct?
Yeah.
Also love that I pantomime everything I do. The heart bomb and the self-destruct? Yeah, I mean, it takes a lot to do something so stupid that's going to get yourself killed. By that argument, anyone who tries to kill themselves is a lot stronger of a person. I mean, arguably, he did change history.
See, the statements like that, my biggest happiness was talking to
Yeah,
you.
I'm all the way up on that dick.
Yeah. But we know that's not gonna. No.
Spoilers.
Yeah.
You know, as for that speech that I gave to the Romefeller Foundation on how regrettable it is that soldiers die. Consistency, not one of Gundam Wing's strong points. Implying that Treize doesn't know who to fight, even though his entire faction is fighting against the Romefeller Foundation. Or Oz, depending on what you want to label it. Does it matter that he puts his gun down? You were aiming a gun at him, he didn't have a gun. Then he pulls a gun, and then when he puts his gun down, you're like, oh. It's called Visa. Everywhere you want to be. I think it's MasterCard. I don't remember. Again, shit just appears out of nowhere in this show. No idea who built the Epyon, when, why, what resources, why it's in his prison, essentially.
Mm-hmm. And why is it Gundam?
I don't think the Gundam is equivalent to 3 Leos. If that was true, then it would lose every fight, because it's usually surrounded by like 20 to 100 Leos. Let me guess, they're also going to have a remote control system. No? Okay, they're just going to go to it. Again, I still say Lightning Count is better than Red Comet as a nickname.
I mean, Red Comet is more spacey, I guess.
Does it matter, though? Char fights on the ground, too, just like Zex does.
Yeah.
I guess it just makes sense to the fact that Char is not a count. Because you don't want to die? Well, you have long-range weapons. Shoot it before they... Never mind. They shoot it before they deploy, but, you know... I mean, I'm happy to still have Zex back in the picture again, because
Yeah.
best character. As per. And, you know, he's fighting on par with the mobile doll system without any benefit bonus thing. Okay, that's worse there. Because they're just missing and he's
Yeah.
not dodging.
Yeah.
なるほど。私を過大評価してくれているようだな。生動きから中二動きを交互
I mean, to be fair, they are just flying at you and not even firing.
ライトニングカウント。トール議長、お前のおかげで私はここまで戦ってこれた。
I mean, I guess that's pretty funny. That the Tallgeese is equivalent to the Gundams, or even better than, and Zex is too good for the Tallgeese. He's essentially entering Amuro territory where the Gundam can't keep up.
しかし、今は戦い抜くことが全決だ。
I have to think if this was a different show, this thing would be called the Night Gundam.
Yeah.
Yep. So long, best of them.
Yeah. It's not the only one though.
It is the only one right now.
Yeah.
Spoiler King.
そんなものを認めるが。
Oh.
And then he activates
Smart.
the explosive right now. He's dead.
乗り換えるつもりなのだな。ライトニングカウントも焼きが回ったようだ。
No, I think we'll just let him get inside because we're just gonna.
ボールの標的変更指示。いや、
You put the bombs on it. Why didn't you?
ふさわしい死に方を与えよう。
You should do this first thing.
あの世で呪うがいい。己の判断の。
Also, because if he did it while he was outside, if it didn't kill him, it should push him away from the 01, and it should push the 01 away from him. And since he's just floating around, he'd have no way to go forwards.
ウィングゼロおよびトールギスを破壊。同時にゼクスマーキスを抹殺し。
Now, if Zex were to kill him right now, they would just think he was dead because there would be no return information.
ウィングゼロについては過小評価だったようだな。 素晴らしい。この反応速度。この戦闘能力。
And
Now we
conceivably,
have him descend to darkness.
well, conceivably also shock absorbers or some sort of gravity system. Because no one flying around in the 01 ever complained about, oh god, I'm going so fast, I'm having a heart attack. You know?
戦士として完璧なお前なら、あの忌まわしい期待にも翻弄されずに済むだろう。
Or really? That's a high expectation.
Well, because you think that he doesn't care about as many things, which seems to be the thing that gets everybody else, is they see that the things that they care about are the things that they then destroy. So if you think that he's
Oh, he
fighting
cares about
for
his
no
sister,
reason, yeah,
apparently.
well, I'm saying if you think he's fighting for no reason other than the battle in front of him,
same system.
I think it's a different system. I think it just does a similar thing. For spoiler reasons, I'm not going to blurt out like you seem to be willing to do.
私は戦い続けることが人間の存在意義だと考えていた。だがそこに答えを見出すことはできなかった。私の戦いは終わったが、戦いという
It's a new theory I have about types. It's like my new type theory about humans understanding one another.
Yeah.
そして私は勝者と敗者に祝福を与えたい。これはそれを可能にする期待だ。神でも作ったつもりか。かもしれん。
Now God Gundam's and from G Gundam.
Yeah.
Can't take that name.
So what does a god need a mobile suit?
The problem is I have no real follow-up line because I can't electrocute you, which is the only follow-up to that. Help! I've been frozen in time and sepia-toned.
Yeah, he went sepia tone.
Crap. The programmers fell on the keyboard. I should also note that on the side of the screen it said this is only 98 out of 100%. His dick is on the right-hand side, by the way, if you couldn't figure that out.
Again? Oh,
Because you're known for the one thing.
Yeah.
No, it's one of those invincible Leos that takes 100 shots and doesn't do anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you are
Yes, you
handling
do, if
the
you wanna
original
win
troops
the
so
battle.
well.
Yeah.
Then why fight?
So this is my whole thing.
If the outcome doesn't matter, then why fight? God, this was so edgy 90s cool back in the day, but now I think
Yeah.
it looks pretty stupid.
All the claws and everything it has. Even the magical girl transformation and everything.
All it needs is one of those hard sideways haircuts.
Yeah.
Just as
Yeah,
a
I'm wondering
note,
why he said you
just as a note,
can't think about winning.
a beam saber could have done that too.
Yeah. Well, he told him, don't think about winning. Like, I mean, don't think about winning. What the hell are you going to be thinking about?
That was just stupid Trey's talk. Don't read into it. We've already gone through a Trey's discussion before where he says nonsense.
Yeah.
Literally, you said anyone that stands in your way and tries to kill you is an enemy. If you're seeing them flying at you attacking, then they are enemies. Not consistent, hero. I guess that's one way to stop fighting.
Nobody's allowed to fight.
Yeah, the predator thing, right? And the predator attacks anyone who has a weapon. Just make a thing that kills anyone that has weapons. And pray that one day it doesn't attack anybody that has fists, because then you're just stuck.
Is he seeing the future or is he doing it?
Seems like he's doing it. Yeah, seems like he did it.
Do it.
No, seems like he did do it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Well, I heard you say didn't. Yeah, it'd be a pretty bitch move to be the sole survivor of a battle you had no side in. Here's the bill. Oh, I thought he was going to ask him to shoot him the same way that anyone was responsible for the family that he killed before he was going to go through.
Yeah.
Also, stupid looking gun.
A fancy little gun because he's a
He's
noble.
a fancy little boy.
Yeah. Fancy little gun for a fancy little boy. This
I
is
don't
where things really go weird.
No,
They went weird
this is
before.
no weirder than most of the show has been so far.
Yeah.
It's the when we started including all the new type shit in Mobile Suit Gundam. That's why I was making the new type joke, because he's basically saying the new type philosophy. Humans understanding each other, and I've made a system to do that. No, you didn't. I know you just claimed to have programmed the computer, but this is not your skill set, Trace. We don't follow these Superman comic book rules, where Superman can just do anything he hasn't been shown to be able to do before. Or has been shown to be able to not do before.
Yeah.
I don't believe that, well, I've been locked up, I better find something to do. I haven't designed a mobile suit before, let me try that. Okay, I guess I got a whole library of books. Let me just get to that.
Yes, I can learn how to, here's the how to create a Gundam.
You remember Amuro in the desert?
はガンダムのパイロットと共に戦う道を求め故郷のコロニーに戻っていたウーフェに会うだが完成したアルトロンガンダムのパイロットに再び選ばれたウーフェはゼクスを敵とみなし戦いを挑んでくるのだった新機動戦機ガンダムウィング第35話ウーフェ
Zex every day, all day. I believe Zex could beat Wu Fei without a Gundam. He could be Master Asia of Gundam Wing Universe. Look, Wu Fei does his extendy arm thing. Zex goes running up the extendy arm, kicks the mobile suit in the cockpit. The cockpit opens up because of something. That's the way Gundam Wing works. And then Zex is just in the cockpit, in the face.
Yeah.
That's how I see that fight going. I know that's not going to happen because the show dick rides the Gundams pretty hard, so or the Gundam pilots.
It is Gundam Wing after all.
Yeah. Well, no, I'm saying the Gundam pilots. Even though Zex, who has defeated a Gundam in a Leo, not an aerial Leo, a falling Leo from the sky, defeated Zero.
It didn't destroy it.
What? No, it hit. He had it in a locked up, and it hit the ground at such velocity that a normal person would have died to sudden G's.
Don't hit the ocean, not the
Oh,
ground.
okay. I just forgot that water doesn't react the same way that ground does. You got me there. Physics master that you are.
No, it sufficient velocity would have killed him.
It would have killed him because essentially he's falling from the extreme high atmosphere, which has to be a max G's, essentially. That's why Zex didn't follow him down. Zex masterfully got out and parachuted away.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Zex defeated Hero in the first interaction. Yeah. In a Leo that was just falling through the air. That's what I'm saying. I have all of my faith in Zex being able to defeat other people. Zex is the one who mastered a heart attack.
Yeah.
Everyone else doesn't have to master shit. They just get everything they need when they need it. Can fall out of, again, what was it, the 10th story of a...
Like 50 stories.
No, that's the joke, is that they fell out of... Because I counted every window going past.
Yeah.
He fell, like, larger than the tallest building on Earth and hit the ground just fine. Hero had to be made into a Terminator. Zex gets fucking heart attacks. So... Zex is not only better, he's also the most human.
Yeah. So finally, we get the Epyon.
Yeah, it's not as good now. I mean, it was good back then because it was literally I can't remember. It was late 90s or early 2000s. This came out on Toonami.
The 2000s, yeah.
Well, the difference there would be, did you watch this while Moltar was hosting or did you watch this while Tom was hosting? And I can't remember. I want to say it was Tom.
Yeah.
Because I want to say that Moltar was older anime, like Dragon Ball Z, Sailor Moon, that kind of lineup. So, yeah, I mean, still would have had the XXX Sephiroth XXX. So, Yeah.
In this case, it would be XXX Epyon XXS.
Well, no, I just mean it's that time frame that emo was high quality shit.
All the claws and all the bullshit.
I just remember, I mean, it's the element that a whip is such a weird weapon. Like, eventually they had in Star Wars lightsaber whips too. It's like, this is.
Yeah, which is a. What happens when you drop it to the ground? It just cuts through the ground.
I imagine it just with sparks and like little black marks on the floor or whatever. Not because that's how a lightsaber works, but that's because that's the coolest thing we could think to do with it. It's the most threatening thing. Oh god, it's doing that to the floor. What will it do to me? You know? Thoughts of...
Which actually TNG did first. With the what was it? The guy with the big ears? Ferengi.
Sorry, you said guys with the big ears, and I'm just thinking of anybody but. Well, I thought Quark at first, but you said TNG, so I'm almost like, what are we doing?
Like the first appearance of the Ferengi.
I know, on the planet with the guy who is the keeper of the ancient race. Who later that Star Trek video game that's kind of BioWare-ish also features. I don't know if you played it or not, so yeah, literally that guy from that episode is a character in that game, and he's, I want to say like a main character. He's not like one of the main characters, but he's somebody who goes along, because Riker is also in that game, and Spock? Yeah, Spock is also in that game. Yeah, no, it's a BioWare-esque game in that you make choices and the choices affect, like, get the loyalty of the crew on your side. That determines what they do in certain situations. Options that kill certain people that determines who you're going to have later in the game to be able to do stuff. And as I already indicated, it features that one guy from that episode that you're referencing and has something having to do with the organization that he used to represent that's been extinct for millions of years. Because remember, their whole thing in that episode said they used to be able to move solar systems around and everything.
Yeah. Edgy Epyon. I know he's here.
Sorry, what did you say?
Edgy Epyon.
Oh, I thought you said Ichi Epyon, which is a completely different thing.
No, that would be cool. Yeah, no, that would
Epyon, upskirt shot. Who would have guessed? Sorry,
I'm sure somebody somewhere has probably
I said
done
Edgy Epyon. I meant Ichi Epyon. ECHII, not ICHII. I don't know what the hell if that's even a word, but yeah, obviously I meant the pervy term.
Yeah, well, there you go. Rule 34, everybody.
I'm sure that already exists. That's the point of Rule 34.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Epyon with big boobs getting railed by Wing Zero. You know it's out there.
I didn't want to know that, but now that you put that thought in my head.
Which I do. I put a lot of things in your head. This is going dumb.
Hey, stop.
I'm not even making a previous joke. This just went off that way.
Stop before you hurt yourself, dude.
I'm not hurting myself. I'm laughing at the joke. You're the one who has to have these things in your head. Which, as we know, you do. For a previously deleted segment that I'm only referencing as deleted.
Yes. Oh, boy.
People seem to think I don't do any editing. Trust me, there's stuff that doesn't make it to air. Some would say too hot to handle.
Even make it to the diamond. It doesn't even get to the diamond tier as bloopers. Maybe one day we'll get back to.
Well, first we would have to have a diamond tier. Lessons. Who's on the Patreon doesn't understand the Patreon.
We have a platinum tier, not a diamond tier.
I would assume the diamond tier would be above platinum tier.
True.
But I don't know what would be there. I guess maybe a once a week thing for both of us? I mean, I don't see why not. It would just be replacing one episode of a thing, and sometimes we record, well, not sometimes, all the time, we record multiple things of the things that we're doing, so it would just be like including a weekly slot of the monthly thing. Not impossible. Maybe something to consider. Comment down below.
Now,
time for something completely different.
Yeah. And I guess
Screen wipe to the Monty Python thing. Just as much of a Monty Python episode that I can include before copyright hits.
Yeah.
How do you want a cracker? All right. I guess that's everything. So, once again, I have been Theta. This has been Lessons. We've been Stoneface Reactions, and we will catch you next time. Bye-bye.
Hey everybody, thanks for watching another Stoneface Reactions. If you have an idea of another video we could go ahead and watch, go ahead and put it in the comments down below and we'll add it to the wheel. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and let us know what you thought about this video and what parts you liked. And until then, we'll see you next time. Is this too goofy?